Hi, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios and Her Majesty's Secret Podcast. We hope you're going to enjoy this Four-Eyed Radio presentation. For more shows and podcasts, visit foureyedradio.com. While you're at it, why don't you visit hermajestiespod.com/contest and enter the 007 Holiday Returns Contest. That's right, we all get presents we just don't want. We want to take them back. Well, that happens with movies too. And there's always something you want to take back from a Bond movie. Just one little thing that you would change if you could. Tell us all about it and win some fabulous 007 prizes right from the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Go to hermajestiespod.com/contest for all the details. Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back another week of Appropriately Inappropriate. Thank you for listening last week with our guests John Higbee and Ali Musa. It was a great episode. We had a great time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back. If you love the show, like our page on Facebook, facebook.com/appinpod, APPINPOD. If you think I'm hilarious, Kevin Elliott, follow me on Twitter at Kevin_Elliott. At Kevin_Elliott_. I still don't have Kevin Elliott from that fucking Canadian. Sorry.
It's not right.
I am sorry.
Maybe after today's events, that won't be a problem anymore.
Nancy's back.
Oh, I'm back. I hope nobody missed me too much.
Back from vacation. You were in Colorado. Mm-hmm. You go to Colorado a lot. Everybody knows why. It's not mainly because your family's there. You are a drug addict. And this is an intervention.
I have a good story for you.
And our guest this week, a buddy of mine, he's actually been on the show before. He was on our first live comedy show podcast episode. My buddy, Anwar Newton. What's up, my man?
What's going on?
Plug away. What do you have? Show dates, Twitter, Facebook, everything.
Show dates. Oh, okay. I am on Twitter at Anwar Dinosaur. It's not for people who are not good at spelling. It's Dino. I thought it was clever, like dinosaur, CZAR for the czar part.
Sure, that's how you spell czar, so hopefully...
Yeah, and a lot of people are more familiar with it now that Obama has appointed Ebola czar. Like, I was like, dude, that's a word you don't even hear anymore, and now America's used to it.
So there you go, dude. Here comes another... Anwar, you're ahead of the social media game all the time.
Oh, no. I am very bad at Twitter.
I don't know. You probably are. I don't see a lot of posts from you.
I'm very bad.
But you hit social media like a storm. What? How long ago was that?
That was
4 months ago, 3 months ago.
Are you talking about the Comic-Con thing?
Yeah.
That was at the end of July because Comic-Con was July 27th in San Diego.
Has that kind of wore off, or do you still get crazy stuff about it?
You know what? I feel like it's worn off because I try not to think about it that tough, but it's still there, and I feel like it's one of those things that just kind of will be there, like from years from now. Like, oh, you were that dude.
Maybe you need to go do it again.
That's what I'm working on that.
Refresh that.
I'm working on a return of part 2, so maybe this was a bad idea to put that out there since nothing is concrete. But it's definitely something I'm going to disappoint more people with next year.
I thought it was great. I enjoyed it so much.
I got such a weird yin and yang, and I focus on negative because I'm American, and like the negative parts always sit in my mind like, maybe people don't like me that much. And, but then it's like overwhelming positive, feedback from it, and so I should be focusing on that, right? It's like,
yeah, dude. So anybody that doesn't know what happened, Anwar went to Comic-Con in San Diego. And he ate mushrooms without the pizza. And
ate them with Skittles. Like if a doctor was prescribing mushrooms to somebody, be like, listen, take it with some Skittles, maybe a Starburst. Call me in the morning.
And then you just went to Comic-Con and you texted your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Just like everything that was going on, kind of step by step.
None of that was planned.
Somehow it hit social media, and the next thing you know, I'm reading about my buddy on the Chive and every other humongous social media website.
Yeah, that got crazy.
It was insane. It was awesome. Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you. I like everybody thought I kind of planned that. I planned that out in a only in the mindset of like a stupid comic looking for material. And I was like, if I go do this, then I'll think of stupid stuff with it. And while I was trying to write down the ideas I was having, the massive amounts of epiphanies you have when you take shrooms, just like, I figured it out. I was like, if I put it in a notepad, I might delete it. So I was like, I'll text it to my girlfriend so she'll have a transcript of it. So I'm texting it to her. I'm just doing this for like hours. And after I came to, I looked at it and I was like, the fuck? And I just took pictures and I put it on Facebook for my friends. It was only for my friends at first. And it started getting more shares than anything I've ever put on Facebook ever. Like, at one point, it was like 53 shares. I'm like, what the fuck? And my good friend's girlfriend goes, have you put it on Reddit yet? I was like, I don't even know how to fucking use Reddit. I don't even know what that, I know what it is, but I don't know how to use it. She puts it on Reddit, and that's when it just went haywire. It just took off like wildfire.
Dude, that's awesome.
What do you know the views? How many it got?
I haven't checked it in a couple of months, but I know the Imager account that I used that I posted it to was sitting at like 540,000. But like all the media outlets that kind of jack stories and use it to drive traffic to their site, I started checking their accounts. And a few other sites. I know Jezebel had like 600,000, and the Chive had 600,000, and Funny or Die had 600,000. I'm like, oh, so is this like 2 million?
Millions, yeah.
Not good at math, but several 600,000s equal a million at one point. So that's what I counted it up.
Cool. So yeah, Anwar is a comedian, hilarious dude, and actually, to be honest, since I've seen you the last couple of weeks, you've gotten so much better than you were before, dude. And that's not a knock on the way you were before. It's like, but you're hitting that next level of like, dude, this guy is fucking awesome. And
I appreciate it. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah. So you did, man. When did I see you last? Was it this past weekend? When you did the main room on Friday night?
I did that Friday night. I also did that Sunday. The Sunday show was incredible.
Yeah?
Like, I was on cloud nine after that show. Everything was working. It was a good room. Everybody was into it, and it was just insane.
Dude, that's awesome.
I got off that stage feeling like a rock star, man. I was like, I did it. Time to go kill myself.
Well, now, what I wanted to say is, and I think I even told you this after the show or after your set on Friday, was you got the laughs from the crowd and whatnot, but it wasn't that I was even watching. I was just looking at you, your pacing and your timing and your delivery towards it all was nice and calm. And it's like, dude, this guy's super comfortable right now with what he's doing. I mean, that's fantastic to see.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people aren't like that. They're rushing. They're like, what do I do? But you've hit this next level, dude, and I'm so excited to see where it goes, dude.
I always tell other comics that, hang around with that, I'm always working on different mechanics of, like, being on stage. Because I feel like a lot of times as, amateur comics coming up, we get so focused on the actual jokes and we get so focused on the writing. It's like, oh, this is actually like a performance too. You need to have a presence on stage. You need to be able to speak and command an office, to draw them in, build suspense, build all these mechanics of storytelling and orating that we don't even think of. So I'm always like working on different mechanics. I remember a couple weeks ago, I was like, dude, I'm just playing around with the silence of a crowd. Like whenever I get on stage open mics, I was just like, I'm just going to let shit linger till it's almost uncomfortable and then start working. And it's weird, like the mess with people's dynamics with that and see how they react to it. Yeah. It's kind of cool. So I'm like always trying to try new shit.
It's great. And you can see it, man. I'm excited for you.
Doing thumbs
so
up
where can this will come out this coming Sunday? So where can people see you after or that day if you're doing a show this Sunday?
This Sunday I'm gonna be at Stand Up Scottsdale again, opening for Jesse Pop, and that's gonna be the Michael Turner Showcase.
Oh, cool!
Yeah,
that's always a good show.
I'm also gonna be at Crack Up's Comedy Club this Friday, on the west side of town. That's going to be like a comedy competition. So I've never been to that club before, but somebody asked me, and it's like a partner situation. It's like very strange. I've never even, but I'm like, I'm up for doing something that's weird and completely off the wall. So let's go do it. So that's Friday, Crack Up's Comedy Club, Sunday at Stand Up Scottsdale.
Cool, man. Well, everybody go see him. So that's it. That's all I got to say. But, okay, Nance.
Chapter 2.
I'm going to practice the uncomfortable silence. Hold on. I can't do it. I can't.
You bailed out.
Yeah,
right when it was getting
Too
good.
Quick,
It's getting good.
All right, so I wanted to tell everyone about my trip. It was a different kind of trip than I've been on before.
So no drugs?
I visited a wellness clinic because
It's the opposite of drugs.
it is legal. There's no Comic-Con, so that sucked. All right, so there's a product at the wellness clinic. It's called gummies, like gummy bears. They look exactly like Sour Patch Kids, like green ones, red ones, blue ones. It was terrifying. I'm like,
With the sour on them?
yes.
Ooh.
I mean, if my kids saw those,
That would be like a crazy way to spike a party like candy bowl for
I
Halloween.
mean,
Halloween.
Yes.
what in the hell? If
Did
you're
you bring
gonna
some
make-
back for Halloween?
No.
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 Oh,
I mean,
wasted
if
opportunities.
Kids saw those, that is just terrible. Like, that's just irresponsible. They look exactly like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
I mean, what would happen? I just think about, like, what if kids ate that? Would they know?
What did happen when your kids ate it?
Oh, no, they're fine. No, they would not do that. But, you know, it's legal, so I had to just go check it out. You know, why not? It's like a museum of things you think you're not allowed to touch, but then it's just like, it's okay. So we went to visit a family member that works at this really nice golf course, and he works at the bar. So we went and had lunch outside, and the kids asked if they could play on the golf course because there's a little putting area right next to the 18th hole. So we said, yes, go ahead, play on the putting area, just stay off the golf course. And it was towards the end of the day, so I didn't think it was too big of a deal. So,
This is going to get really good.
of course, I see them
Speak,
like
speak a little closer.
doing cartwheels into the sand traps. I'm like, shit, come back. So I get them back, and look at all the golf balls we collected. So they just were swiping people's golf balls that were
Oh,
playing
shit.
golf. It was a really expensive golf course.
Damn, you know what? They got a career, and like there's like these type of people that go to like the big golf courses or whatever, and they go into all the areas where golf balls are lost, and they find all this shit. And they like, I was listening to
In like scuba gear. And
yeah, they
stuff.
go inside the water, and they go inside the like the woody area, and they find all these expensive golf balls, and they send them to like processing centers that resell them. Like some of those golf balls get really expensive, like in the hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Sometimes they even find like clubs and stuff, like watches and like other shit that's lost. So that's like a thing.
They've definitely found one of my clubs in there that I've thrown.
You
I
can
get
vouch.
very frustrated on the old links.
So then, after we got the kids back up and some people had come in from their golf game, they're just on the patio smoking pot. The kids, what are they doing? Taking their medicine?
That's
It was
crazy.
crazy. People are just smoking pot.
Like, what are
Weird.
the laws like? Like,
That's the law.
Are they writing laws to deal with newer shit as it's happening? Because that's
No,
gotta.
they're erasing them in Colorado. They just erased.
They're just
the
taking laws away, like,
So,
okay,
hey,
now you can do
is a
this.
thing now. It's great. Everybody's
Wow.
in such a good mood. Everyone is so nice.
I wonder if like the legislators like take tokes and then like
Get me
next
an
on the
eraser.
agenda. We're gonna talk about Old Marty's Market down on Thursday. Y'all still want that open or no?
So then we rented some bikes and we rode our bikes down to the pumpkin patch. And this particular farm is a no-car zone. It's just a different type of place. So nobody's allowed to drive there. So everybody is on bikes.
Yeah.
Parents towing their kids behind their bikes. People are just getting lit up.
That
My
sounds
kids
like a
decide
good
that they
time.
want like 30-pound pumpkins each. So we're on the bikes riding these freaking huge pumpkins home. This is crazy. We had a good time.
Anwar's on his cell phone right now on Craigslist looking for apartments in Colorado.
Yeah, I think I found one.
From what I understand.
Let's go. I feel like that's a way better way to go other than like I won't be one of those assholes that look the alcohol and weed. What's dangerous, sir? But like from personal, I've had some bad alcohols. Like a couple of days ago, I tried to go to the grocery store, completely fucking wasted. This is the Monday night I was talking about. So like this is how this Monday started. I always like have these spur of the moment things where I'm just like, okay, I want to go do this. And so I saw that Fury, the movie with Brad Pitt, was out. I called my friend Portillo. He's like my
Love
like
his
my
restaurant,
Sherpa.
dude. Just great hot dogs.
Portillo is like he's like my Sherpa because he's the same Portillo from the comic context. And I'm like, you want to go see Fury? And he's like, yep. And I was like, bring the bottle. He's like, all right. And he gets in. And I'm like, what cheap booze did you get? Oh, he's like, I got good shit. I got Bullet Bourbon, single batch. And he puts it down. We dump it into our sodas. I do like half a bottle of bourbon into my soda.
Ugh.
And I'm just trashed, like almost in tears near the end of the movie with like the heartfelt. I'm just like, why are we warring with each other, guys? Why are we doing this? We get out of there and we go to a bar, which was the worst idea. of why I should have just... I walked in. I go to the bar I work at, and I walk in. I'm like, I probably shouldn't be here. You should probably 86 me. And I have one drink, and then I go home. And then I had the brilliant idea to just go to the grocery store. I'm like, just get it over with, dude. You're in a good place to make good decisions right now. Exit the car at the grocery store. Urinate next to my car. Because you don't want to walk inside. You go through those double doors. It's fucking weird. You don't know where the bathroom is.
Hey, you don't have to yell at me, bro.
Okay.
I've shit in
Just
many
want to
public
make sure.
restrooms.
I felt judgment from the universe.
I've been going a lot at Whole Foods lately.
Are there other bathrooms nice?
They're okay.
I feel like they're organic in
I mean,
there.
they're in the back. You push through those double doors, and
I feel like the toilet
you're in
paper's
like the
really
storage.
nice.
It's like really rough, I bet, because it's
Yeah,
organic.
like
My
just
son's even
organic.
taking a dump in that bathroom.
Just really cleans the shit out of that asshole because of the rough nature. It just gets it all off of there. So I get into the grocery store.
He eats at McDonald's and then goes to Whole Foods to use the bathroom because it's so much cleaner.
It's the yin and yang.
Yeah.
It's what keeps the balance.
Yes.
I go and I get like, my girlfriend had made some chili, and I'm like, oh, I should get stuff to make this chili excellent. So I get sour cream and cheese and bread and
Nothing wrong with
Fritos.
that.
yeah, all this good shit. I'm getting it, and I'm just like, I don't need a basket. I can carry it because I got motherfucking giant hands, and I'm dropping it, and things are exploding on the way to the self checkout aisle. And this is like just before close, like 10:50, and it closed at 11. And this little Asian lady's just watching us go down, and I'm just like laughing at her, like, "Yep, this is my life. This is what I'm doing." And she's just like, "You need any help? Want to get another one?" I'm like, "Nope, nope." So I'm just carrying exploded grocery store items out into the car, just like mission complete. I did it. I fucking made it. And then once I got to my apartment complex, I was so drunk. This is how drunk I was. You know I'm drunk when I do this. I was so drunk that I called up KJZZ and donated to the pledge drive. That's how fucking drunk I was.
Never try to donate.
I was like, I've been hearing this pledge drive all week. Let me contribute.
Nice.
Dude, I put $15 and I looked at it the next like, the fuck am I doing?
How do I
Need to
call
be
and get that
careful
money back?
is you
This is free service for me. I don't need a...
probably signed up to do it automatically
I don't
monthly,
know.
so you need to make sure
I
you don't.
should.
Because
I should be a horrible person.
if you don't pay it, they send you to collections.
Are you
Do they?
They
serious?
do.
Fuck them.
That's just another
I was
collections
young,
I gotta
drunk
deal
once
with.
too.
You just donated KJZZ like, oh, I love this NPR shit.
Never drink and
Never
donate.
drink and listen to NPR. That's the moral of this story.
Don't worry.
Don't do it.
I don't do that. I also don't listen to it when I'm sober. NPR is boring, so thanks for listening to this program. Before we got started on, where you say you got attacked by a German Shepherd?
Oh, that happened when I was a little kid.
That's
that
all right.
was
Nancy's got a German Shepherd.
fucking
It
awful.
attacks.
That was
It
awful.
attacks.
I'm gonna give it back to the person I got it from.
Don't, because it was me.
You gave her a faulty dog.
Yeah.
Gave her like a dog that should have been recalled back
Yeah,
to
so
the manufacturer.
listen.
It
I had the dog. I had the dog for a day, and it was already too much. Like the night I got the dog, I took him to Nancy's and was like, "Look how good he is."
It's like a demon seed waiting in its liver, just activated when it was around
Yeah.
another
Every
dog.
question I asked him, he's like, "Sure." Like he wouldn't give me an answer because he didn't know.
No,
Yep,
I didn't know.
Yep,
Be very
sure.
vague.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, he knows his name. We made it up. Anything he answered to, he came.
If you yell loud enough.
Well, I speak
He's very
Spanish to him now,
calm.
and he listens better.
It's a
in
bilingual.
Spanish. I
it's a-
think he was raised speaking Spanish because I say like "vámonos" and he runs to the door. Let's go for a walk.
I don't know.
Stand and say,
Speak
sit.
Spanish.
Well, because I got him from a friend who found him, like in a park.
I think he's Spanish.
So I was like, dude, I'll take the dog. The dog's awesome.
He's
Maybe he was a
such
Mexican German Shepherd.
good-looking little dog. He's so cute and he's cool, right? He's just kind of evil sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
So what happened to you?
Well, this happened when I was about, I think I was in 5th grade. And I remember very vividly. I got off the school bus and I went next door to my friend Brandon's house because he was out from school and I saw him in the front yard. So I go over to him and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I saw he had a bag of M&Ms. I'm like, give me some of them M&Ms. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw the other neighbor's he had like a dog walker because he was disabled. So the dude would come and walk the dog, but he opened the gate this time and the dude got away. This is all happening in the ghetto. So if you're prejudiced against the ghetto, we have dog walkers too, all right? Let's go ahead and break those bonds down. So he gets the dog, he tries to get the dog, and it runs over to me, and it's sitting there, you know, just like expectantly. and like a fucking idiot, I reach my hand out like, hello, puppy. And he takes one whip and he goes like tornado mode. And I fall to the ground. He overpowers me because I'm a little kid. And I just felt like a maelstrom on my thigh, on my shoulder, my left shoulder, and then on my left ear. And it's just like, it feels like it's going forever. I'm just like, you don't feel any pain because the shock is just like taking over. But I'm just like, I am being put into a human blender right now. This is nuts. And I get up and I'm crying because the shock and then the pain starts to come in and all this. And I had on a white T-shirt, and it was completely red.
Oh,
it was like he
shit.
fucked me up. I had to go to the hospital.
Whoa.
They put a bunch of stitches in me and everything.
Yeah, that sounds like my dog.
And they put that dog down after that because he had attacked another kid in my neighborhood because he stuck his hand through the gate
Is
like
he
a dumb
service
fuck.
dog?
I don't know. Like I know the dude had never gotten another dog, but weird enough, like he felt so guilty that I had gotten mauled by his dog that he became like my mentor. He's like, I gotta make this right. I gotta make this right. So he would always take me with him to the movies and shit. And I would ride on like the wheelchair buses that they had through public transportation. We would go to all the movies and stuff, and that was like my mentor. It's like real. And he would snitch on me like a mentor should, but he shouldn't have. I confided in him. Like once you have a confidant and a small kid, you don't shit on them and their shitty things they're doing as a kid. I was making prank calls and I was like, dude, I'm making totally awesome prank calls. You should hear some of the good ones I did. And like I went home, my mom was waiting for me like, bitch. You think you had a secret admirer? You had a secret like informant you could sell? Nah. No.
What I used to do prank calls. What calls did you do?
I was inspired by The Simpsons, so I just called random bars in the fucking phone book in the Yellow Pages.
I was thinking about that today. I wanted to tell my kids about it. Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
That was my favorite one. I need
one.
Amanda Hug and Kiss. That was my favorite. I liked Jerky Boys when I was a kid too.
Oh, those were great, dude.
Yeah.
Now you're 29.
Yeah.
So we're 5 years older than you. Well past your time.
Yeah.
Because when we would call and order pizza, they never checked, like anything.
Yeah, there was no database back then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
there was
you
no
know,
caller
I think
ID.
you could leave the phone number or something, but there was no caller ID.
No.
So you would tell them like whatever address you wanted to send them, and they would go.
Of course, yeah. We used to do that. We used to get free pizzas like that.
You would get free ones?
Yeah, we would tell them to deliver it to the next door house or
Yeah.
some house that we knew wasn't home in the neighborhood. This is my friend John I grew up with. He lived in Baltimore. I lived in like the black neighborhood. He lived in the white neighborhood. And he was
Isn't
like,
Baltimore either? Go on.
We'll get into Baltimore. He lived in the white neighborhood, and I would go and hang out with him, and we would order pizzas, and they would deliver it to like a house that they knew nobody was there. And once the delivery boy came out, they would just come out yelling and screaming with masks and bats, just. And the delivery boy would get in his car and fucking go home because he's usually like 14, 15,
Yeah.
not well armed or knowledgeable
Driver's license.
in kung fu, and free pizzas, man. But you had to order, like, the art was to order a number that wasn't suspicious. You're like,
Yeah. No, I did that
Not
stupidly.
bad.
I'm like 18 pizzas.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you.
Half with no cheese at all, just sauce. That's all I want is sauce. Whatever you need to charge me, just do it. But my voice was this little, hey,
Everybody thought I was a white girl when I grew up, man. Every time I answered the phone, like, Miss, can you put your husband on the phone? So not only did I talk too proper for the black neighborhood, I talked too much like a bitch to be respected as a little boy. Respect me as the little boy that I am.
I started prank calling so young. Me and my sisters used to call the operator because we didn't know any phone numbers. We just hit 0.
prank the operator.
We would just hit
the
0
one that could call you right back
and say
immediately.
terrible things, and they disconnected our phone.
Oh no! Shit.
Yes.
They're like, fuck this, I don't get paid enough.
The operator was like, they warned us. They just disconnected our phone for a long time, and we got in lots of trouble.
They're like, Clinton just got in the office, things are going to be better for us
It was more
now.
like Reagan.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Reagan's the crack is crazy right now. I want to go do some
Reagan.
crack, and I got to deal with this shit. Where's the crack?
It was in the days of Reagan. That's how long I
Nice.
was
Yeah.
prank calling.
I had a friend who I would call to play, and his first 3 digits were 391, and then the beginning of the second 4 was a 1. So if I missed the 3,
Oh, no.
it would dial 911, and I did it a lot.
That's so weird.
And the police finally called. They're like, if you do this again, like, you will get charged for calling the police and all this shit.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I'm like, I don't even mean to do it. I just hang up the phone because it's not ringing right, like, or it starts ringing too quick. Because I haven't even finished dialing and it's ringing. I'm like, dude, I don't hang up. All right. And then I call again. So, yeah, I had that one where I fucked that one up a lot. And then this happened, too, where this wasn't a prank call or anything, but I was home, it was during the summer, so I'm home alone, and the phone rang, and I picked it up. Hello, my little stupid voice. And nobody said anything. So I thought I was getting pranked. So I just went click, hung up the phone. Then it rings again instantly. Pick it up. Hello. Nothing. Hang up. Rings again. I was pissed at this point because I keep having to get up from the couch because there was no cordless yet. Right?
He doesn't know. He's just
so the phone. Oh yeah, sorry. So, so I pick up the phone and I'm like, "Listen, you fucking asshole! Keep calling my fucking house and not saying anything. You're a piece of shit." I was a pretty mouthy kid. And then finally, it's this lady, and she goes, "Kevin." I was like, "Hey, Aunt Lauren."
Oh no!
She's like, so sorry I couldn't talk. I had the phone on like mute or something. I didn't know. And I was like, yeah, no, I was watching a movie. That was a movie that answered the phone. This is so weird. I should probably go now. I'll see you at Thanksgiving.
It's gonna be great this year.
What about the phones we used to have? Remember the cordless phone when you could pull the antenna out?
Yeah.
That was used as a weapon.
Yep.
You ever have the cordless phones that had the short antennas, but they used to pick up radio frequencies?
Yes.
Or your radio used to pick up the cordless phone. That's what I mean.
Yes.
I remember I was fucking around the radio and I could hear my next door neighbor talk. Yes. But she was like the boring end of the conversation, so it was just
But you couldn't hear the other part?
I couldn't hear the other side. I could just hear her just agreeing to everything.
I remember getting a phone and it had a lot of megahertz. That was a big deal.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
We're so old.
Cordless phones were like a status symbol, like in the late 90s. Like
tech megahertz.
Oh my god! I remember we got one from like Unicell or some dumb phone maker. Yes. It was like, holy shit, motherfucker! I am outside and I am talking to you. Get on my level,
dude. When I would pick up the phone and I would hear somebody else on the phone, like a whole conversation of the other house that you're talking about, I thought I was like CIA. Dude, I like crawled under my bed and hit it on the phone. I'm taking notes.
When I was younger, a friend of ours lived right next to me, so we would always get on each other's calls all the time.
Really?
Yeah, nothing cool though.
Weird. Did you ever three-way call people?
Oh,
yes.
wow.
And then when people didn't tell you that friend was on the phone, you'd
yes.
say things about them.
The best shit ever. That was the
people
best
do that
thing.
That's how, as boys, we would find out if girls liked us.
I wish like everybody who did that like turned into like Private Eyes, like just an echelon of like great detectives.
I want to do that as an adult, like start talking to someone. Let's do it.
Yeah, but it was so obvious as a kid. So I would call like this. I was so corny. I would call a friend that's a girl and be like, "Yo, can you call this person and just kind of see if she likes me? If she does, then I'll talk to her tomorrow." And so she's like, "All right, fine." So they'd three-way call, and I'd mute myself so I wouldn't be an idiot. And
mute buttons. Oh, yeah, we're fancy.
Well, I grew up in a white neighborhood.
There we go.
So it would be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, nothing. Just finished homework." "Oh, okay, cool. Hey, do you like Kevin?" "Yeah or no?" "All right, well, I got to go then. See ya."
Is that girl that you called to ask that favor was probably like, "Oh, cool, Kevin's calling me. Oh, he's calling me to find out if he likes someone else likes him."
Yeah.
That happened to me a few times. I was like, "Cool, this dude's calling me," and it was to find out if someone else liked him.
Yeah.
Like one time this guy called me and he's like, blah, 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 what do you think would be so cool for a Christmas gift? I'm like, holy cow, awesome. And I picked out all this cool shit and he's like, oh yeah, Tiffany would love that.
Oh, what kind of scum? I'm glad I never
He was a scumbag.
had the social acumen to be wanted or to ever try to want anybody in grade school. I was just like, I'm just some fucking outcast. I'm just go ahead and keep liking this Dragon Ball Z shit and live my life. Because all the underage sexing and liking girls was beyond my expertise. I had one girl I liked, and I liked her for like the entire school, like my entire career at school. And then I was like, there's no way she's not going to go with me to prom because she's such a good girl. You had that fucking bullshit mind frame. Like, oh, there's a good girl, there's a good dude. And all these kids were doing fucking skeevy dirt. Just the dirtiest shit. And And I came to find out, like, when I got older, because we had a mutual friend, so I was still really good friends. She's like, oh, yeah, she was getting fingered by your next door neighbor, like,
Jesus.
every day after school. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you need to step up your game.
I know, I should have stepped it up and fuck. That's when I was like, all right, time to let the world show me what the fuck is the truth, because I'm sitting here.
Nice guys finish last.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
At all. They don't. They finish at all.
It was fucking awful.
They don't even finish it all.
They don't even get to get started.
You know what I've come to realize that, you know, how we say, like, a nice guy for our dudes is the equivalent of saying she's a sweet girl for women. It means you're dumb. That's what it
Yeah.
means.
Yeah?
Whenever I hear somebody say, oh, she's a sweet girl, it's like, she's fucking boring, but she'll probably do everything for you. Just like a nice guy. Like, listen in on that. Somebody says, oh, she's a sweet girl, you like her. I'm like, oh, she's probably fucking boring. She probably likes fucking, really boring shit. Because every time I've heard that, I'm like, this person is really boring.
Yeah, she's Mormon. Yeah. Man. What? So, let's see. Because I was really good looking back in school.
Nah, man, I
So-
was a fat kid.
Really?
Yeah. I got skinny for a little bit, then I put it back on because I'm living luxuriously.
What was your secret to getting skinny?
I had got on the Jared diet.
Subway.
Got on the
was
Jared
it
diet.
walking or eating that made you?
I walked to community college all the time because, like, right after high school is when I started getting fit. I walked to community college all the time. I took public transportation all the time. I ate Subway. And then my extended family who I lived with in D.C., all she did was make soups. You know, whenever, because she worked for the fucking Pentagon.
Shit.
And so she didn't have time to, like, really make crazy meals. So she would just make a lot of soups that lasted through a week. So I would eat soups, Subway sandwiches, and then I, like, took karate class and, like, went to the gym every so often. I remember when I first came back after, like, the summer break between semesters, like, everybody was like, what the fuck? And I was so not used to, like, drastically changing my weight or being fit. Like, I had no idea what they were talking about. I'm just like, I'm the same guy.
Did you have that cool hair?
No. I have, no, you know what? I take that back. Because I've had every fucking crazy hairstyle a black person has.
Okay, explain his look real quick because I love your look.
Kid from Kid and Play.
Thank you.
But plays skin tone. You had that joke too.
Yeah, this is like my favorite haircut when I was 9 years old. I actually called my mom up when, like, I was going to do it because somebody dared me to do this. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go do this again. I hadn't cut my hair in a while, and they're like, it's getting kind of long. You know what you should do? Grow a high top fade. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it because it was a bet. And I called my mom up. I'm like, Mom, guess what kind of haircut I have right now? She was like, what? I was like, my favorite haircut when I was 9. She was like, high top fade? I'm like, yep. She knew exactly because I used to get that haircut all the time at Thunderbolt Park.
Do anything
awesome.
to it, or does it just do that?
I cut it myself.
But
So
you
this
have to,
could...
like, put mousse or
No. I should like have like products to put in my hair, but I don't
It
because
just stays up like
it's
that.
the type of hair
That's
you just
that
want to
black
run
hair,
your
dude.
fingers
Oh,
through
dude.
and just
I'm so
touch.
jealous.
Yeah,
it just
Hair.
stays there in a box.
It's so cool.
I cut it myself, which is a little crude because I could probably get a barber to do a way better job than I do. But hey,
Don't pay
No,
anything.
dude.
the desired
You
look
can
is
do yourself.
achieved.
Don't pay anyone.
Right?
To do that
Are you
ever.
gonna go to Stand Up Scottsdale when Christopher Reed is there?
I have to, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I've built up such a fucking like mythos to that joke and this damn hairstyle.
Yeah.
If I don't show up, people are gonna give me shit forever, man.
I hope you get on that show.
I tried to hit up Howard. You know, I tried to hit up Howard to get on that show, and he's not booking it. Like, there's somebody else booking it. I think it's like
Interesting.
Brandon B. House or whoever the West
yeah,
Side dudes
yeah.
are. They're booking that show because I saw the flyer come out, and there's a lot of comics that usually hit his shows up. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know any of those dudes, but I'm still gonna fucking show up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and run my mouth and be like, Howard, put me on that fucking stage. So, Howard, if you're listening, which I know you're not, fucking listen to me and put me on the stage.
Yeah, Howard, put him on.
Dude, I grew up on a house party. And I had a Kid and Play tape. Class Act.
Tapes.
Saw that movie.
Dude.
Kid is like one of my favorite people of all time. I can't wait to meet him.
Dude, I've got. That's gonna be like my profile
What
picture
kind of
until.
hair
You know how
does
old he
have
is?
now? Look him up. Does he still have that awesome
No.
hair?
No, he's cut it. He cut it years ago.
Yeah.
Like, he went through like a weird phase where he was like dealing with how to deal with the hair because he had the high top fade and then he had like those little dreads.
Yeah,
On
when
the top
Class
of his-
Act, that's when he did it.
Yeah, he was like, let me try to work with this. And he was like kind of curly for a little bit. And he was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Cut it all off.
I haven't seen him in years, though. I don't know
Well,
what
you've
he's been
gotta
in.
Google him and see what he looks like now.
I did.
Because the other day I heard that new Sir Mix-a-Lot remix, Anaconda. So I
Yeah.
was thinking to myself, I wonder what he looks like now. Because back in 1992, when that song came out, he was old then.
He looked
How old
older.
is he?
See, he's probably
How
I looked
old's
it
young-
up, and
what's
he
his
was
name?
old,
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
He's got to be like, Sir Mix-a-Lot, or
Yeah, back
Kid is 50.
Kid is
Mix-a-Lot's
50?
gotta
Yeah.
be
I looked it up
60s.
today because I was like, dude, how old is he? 50 years old. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah. I loved house parties so much. I remember being a kid at home, and my parents would yell from their bedroom as they'd flip through TV and be like, Kev, house party's on channel blah, blah. And I'd be like, night over, see ya.
And all that movie was about was trying to get some ass.
Yeah,
The whole
but I
movie.
wasn't sheltered, dude. My parents, they don't
Did
care.
it
I
work
learned
for
so
you?
much. It scared me from black people, and I get it. I know it's I lived in a white neighborhood.
Sir
Dude, my
Mix-a-Lot
mom-
is 51.
What?
I thought he
He's
looked
only 1 year older than Kid.
Yeah, he
Well, they were
looked
the same
51 back when
generation.
that
Yeah, he
song
did like a
came
fucking
out.
old ass man when he came out.
Yeah.
He came from Seattle, and that's where I was born. I was born in Seattle, even though I didn't spend a lot of time there to know anything about Seattle. But my oldest brother, he lived in Seattle like when he was in his high school years. And Sir Mix-a-Lot had a song that came out like
Swap Meet Louie.
I don't know all of his songs. I don't know any of
don't.
his.
I
Like,
only know
yeah.
the one.
That's
He
that
has.
one on my single. There was Swap Meet Louie and.
Do you know
what
the
was it?
song where
Swap
he
Meet
was
Big
like,
Butts.
talking about like the mud duck girls? It was like something like that.
I don't know.
We
man.
should. All right, if
I'll
you're
look it up.
look
Well,
it up,
Yeah, look it up.
He has a song about these mud duck girls, and he was naming off these different high
I wonder if
schools.
it's on
Yeah.
iTunes.
He was naming off these different high schools in Seattle, and my brother was like, that song was the realest thing to hit Seattle because everything he said about the different girls was so true to us. Like, those girls were ugly at this high school, those girls were ugly at this high school, and the cute ones were at these high schools. And now he's like, we used to listen to that song non-stop because it
Really?
was so true. I was like, I didn't even know that. I had no idea.
That's cool.
Right?
He only had a few songs.
He had My Posse's on Broadway. I only know
Oh,
My
that
Posse's
was
on
him?
Broadway
Oh yeah.
and the Big Butt song. Those are the only two I know. He tried to make like the companion song to the Big Butt song, like talking about big tits. But the video was so
Buttermilk Biscuits. Could that be the big
that's
song?
probably sounds
I
like a
don't know.
song about titties. So let's go ahead and go with that. But he didn't get any play for that one because the video was so fucking X-rated. There's like nothing but just naked women in that video.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Go ahead.
So you're a big movie guy? And you a big music guy?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We did this a long time ago with our top 5 favorite movies, and then we got so much shit about how horrible our top 5 is.
Oh,
What would yours be?
my top.
If you maybe your top 1 or 2. You don't even have to do a 5.
I don't know if I could do a top 5 because that's kind of weak to do a top 5 movies.
Bumposaurus. Sorry.
Dude, what's your most
I-
memorable movie watching
movie-
experience?
My most memorable movie watching experience?
Yeah.
I might have to dig for that one.
The
All right.
Matrix. I just watched that the other day.
But the movies, you have a list of movies that you have to watch anytime it's on.
Yes.
My list of movies it's only 2 of them. Anytime they come on, I'm going to sit the fuck down. I'm going to watch them from wherever they are on TV to the end. And that's Snatch and Goodfellas.
Great movies.
I have to watch, anytime they come on, I have to watch the rest of it.
Great
it could
movies.
be at the very end and all the good parts over. I'm like, well, gonna see the last 15 minutes of it.
Got to see how this
Gonna
ends
see how
again.
this ends again. Oh, Henry Hill. Crazy, man. Crazy arc there.
Yeah, what movie comes on TV that I always have to watch? What about you? What do you, Nance? What do you
Matrix.
know? Once we see it on TV, it's like
Yeah,
I'm in
I
for
have
the
to
rest
watch
of
it.
this.
Yeah, it's not even one of my
Man.
favorites.
It
It's
was
just
like
I have to.
It was a while when they would only show like the sequels, and that just pissed me off.
Yeah.
They would never show like the original Matrix, but like they would always put like Revolutions on. Like who the fuck?
Oh, they do that with the Bourne Identity.
Yeah, they only
I
put
love
the
that.
shitty ones
That's
on.
another one. Every single Bourne, I'm obsessed with End Spy Games.
Did you like the newest one with Jeremy Renner?
I did, and
What?
I was so
I haven't
pissed
seen
at
it.
first because when it wasn't Matt Damon, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna hate it." And I love that guy in Hurt Locker. That's one of my favorite
Yeah,
movies.
Jeremy Renner's awesome.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he did such a good job. I loved
Yeah,
it.
he's
the girl was
so
awesome.
good.
Every Bourne, that's
He was awesome in The Town. It's one of my
The
favorite
Town.
movies.
That's where he like
That's
it blew
awesome.
up. Like 'cause his performance was so crazy.
He was
I
so
thought
good.
Hurt Locker was so good. But anytime I'm like sick at home or something, I just put them all on, just watch them in bed.
Nice. You know they're gonna bring. I heard rumor mill wise that they're gonna bring back Matt Damon, and he's gonna be with Jeremy Renner in the next Bourne movie they're making.
Killer!
Yeah.
So maybe that, because I didn't like the one with Jeremy Renner. I didn't like it. I liked the other 3 Bournes. I thought they were excellent.
Want to like it, and then I loved it. It was so
Like
good.
the action was dope. But I get like in my own little stupid head about things I see too much in films. Like, oh, I always see this. I get all like fancy and artsy. I always see them do this. So then I'm just like, thumbs down. But the action was pretty dope. And
Thumbs down. He said thumbs down.
thumbs down. You have not entertained me today, sir. And I take my business elsewhere. But I am looking forward to the next one. I'm always like in the
what?
rumor mill.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Bourne with Matt Damon. I'm always like in the rumor mill to hear like, because I have a few friends that have a closer. I used to do like film out here. That's like I went to ASU for a semester. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking take on a shit ton of loan debt and just go ahead and get my degree. And I went for a semester, met a bunch of people, and I was like doing film. I was doing grip work and lighting, which is gaffers, and just like doing that for a while. And then all those kids, they went out to LA because that's the logical
Progression.
step. Yeah, and AZ kind of killed every sort of film opportunity out here. That's what AZ does. AZ will destroy any like artsy, lucrative movement if it's not conservative enough. So they put the kibosh on the film industry. It's supposed to be this huge studio deal going out in Gilbert. They killed that off, and everybody left. Everybody except for like the people who like run this town, who stayed here, and they just pretty much handle any production that comes into town. So they all went to LA, and yeah, so that's why I'm so like into movies, because I was like trying to make movies for a while.
Do you want to continue to do that?
I think I might have like sort of something in me still to sort of make movies, but I'm less on the like being in front of it and more on the like, let's create a story. I'm all about creating stories.
Yeah.
And so if it's any sort of writing or anything like that, I'm going to be all about it. Like, yeah, let's bring this, something I haven't seen before, to the screen.
What
Do you read?
No.
Thank God.
Never read.
That's why we get along.
I'm not even a big fiction reader. I read a lot of nonfiction. I love like funny memoirs, like David Sedaris.
Yeah.
Cracks me the fuck up. I think I had my first sort of like venture into fiction when I started reading Chuck Palahniuk, and I was like, these books are fucking crazy. Like I didn't know you could build suspense and make a turn like that in a book like he wrote. And I was like, maybe I should read more fiction. And I never read any other book that was fiction. I was like, that's it, Chuck Palahniuk. I'm not going to spoil this.
Yeah.
But I do love reading like funny memoirs and like true stories. Like fucking crack me up. If you can write down a true story and make it entertaining, that blows my mind way more. For some reason, it's weird because I always make up lies for jokes too. So it's like, why don't I just tell the true story? I guess my true stories aren't as funny as I think they are.
Do you do, so if you tell lies, I guess, per se, on stage, do you come up with a joke, like a punchline or something, or a premise, and then just build around it?
Usually I take a story. So it's always something that's happened to me or something because I consume so many people's like stories from the internet and just talking to people all the time and working in the bar industry too. So you always hear people's crazy shit. The crazy thing, I'll do a quick like sidebar on that. Sunday when I was at Stand Up Gossip, Saturday when I was working at the bar I work at, one of the regulars came in and told me a story about him going to the symphony and whatever. And I was like, that's fucking funny. And I literally went on stage the next night and it got a good laugh because I just kind of wrote in little weird shit. So, like, I'll take something that somebody tells me and I'll make it my own and then build lies to make it super fun. But everything has had some sort of element of really happening.
Just come hang out at my house for a week.
There we go.
Good material.
Some good material. Build some lies. Make it my own.
I love that. Everybody said, Nancy, you're right. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I've been to your house.
At my house, someone got thrown through a window.
Yeah.
I've gone through a window.
No, tell that
That
story.
was on my bucket list. I have weird things on my bucket list. I haven't even thought of my bucket list for a while. But going through a glass window was one of them. And that happened in the corniest way. Like, I went to a poetry slam. I was, like, doing, like trying to be artsy and write really clever stuff. And I'm leaning up against the window waiting to go up for the poetry slam. And I literally fall out on the sidewalk, just like Wild West style. Like, what is this fat black kid with an afro doing going through this window? Does somebody not like this, Afro soul movement that's been, taking the world? That was years ago. Why are we angry at him still? Get him up. Get him a ciabatta sandwich or something. This is bullshit. Help him out. Give him a hand.
Nobody pushed you or nothing. You just
no, I just fell.
On it.
And I just got up and everyone was quiet as fuck. This poetry, this cafe was packed with artsy kids and adults doing this poetry slam. And I get up and just look around. And I didn't even go back through the window. I walked around to the door. And came back in. It was still quiet. It was like...
And then you stood right back in your spot.
Did you get hurt?
No, it didn't shatter like movies saw, because movie glass shatters like that because I heard it was made out of sugar. That might have been a lie.
True. Glass shatters at my house. We've broken 3 windows in the last 3 years.
Oh yeah,
it shatters.
So it just came out in pieces. It shattered when it hit the sidewalk, but I was unscathed. And I still placed in the poetry slam. I didn't owe that cafe a fucking dime. They didn't let me pay for anything. So that was good. But yeah, that was on my bucket list. And the other 2 items that I can...
through a window. I bet you pictured it a little differently.
You ever have something stupid happen? People say the best way to get a list going and for you to complete the list is to put things on it that you've already done.
Well, yeah, dude, because then it's done. It's over.
But you put just a few, and then you put the rest of the shit you want to do.
I have a list too, so I get it.
But the 3
I
things...
want to know what's on you guys' list.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to keep going.
So bucket list, I started my bucket list with that one. I was putting that down, and I started coming up with more crazy shit. The other 2 I still haven't done, to eat lion meat. I was I want to eat a fucking lion.
Live lion meat.
No, just lion meat.
No, a live one. Well, when
see,
we go,
that would
we'll
be
go
a
to the
strong
zoo.
warrior.
The zoo.
I would be a strong warrior if I did that.
That would be the next time I go to the zoo. If I see you in the lion exhibit, just crawling quietly, I'm like, that motherfucker's gonna eat the lion, dude.
Decked out in all Zulu tribe warrior shit, just chanting Ebola, Ebola from the brush.
Yeah, the bush.
Yeah, the bush. Yeah,
Eat that shit. It's bad for you.
Okay, so lion meat.
Lion meat, and I've been thwarted twice here in Arizona. I heard this place down in Tucson was going to sell lion tacos, but the terrorists PETA came through and put the kibosh on that. So,
the terrorists.
They're terrorists.
No, I don't like
them. They're fucking terrorists. Yeah. And the third one was to go off of what do they call the dock? I guess I don't fucking know the name. The dock,
yeah.
I want to drive off in a car. That's
into the water.
Yeah, into the water, and then escape with my life. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Safe things.
No, they're not. They're not. These are my bucket list items. People have stuff go to a rave or go to the top of Machu Picchu. I'm like, I want to do this drug. It's on my bucket list.
Wow, man. Well, I think the car thing you could do. As long, in a movie, that'd be easy.
Start slow.
Yeah,
because there's enough people, or fear factor-ish,
or
where
enough
there's people
windows
around you to get you out,
or something.
I got you.
Slow.
You got to open all the windows too. So it's got to be a lot of windows.
No seatbelt on.
Might be a minivan because it just opened a side door up.
It might shut.
Who knows?
Sunroof.
The water.
Have a sunroof open.
And maybe tie the doors, tie all the shit back, glue it into place. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm talking like I'm an expert. I have no idea.
Challenge yourself. You need to. I have one of those tools in my car that will break a window.
Just break all the windows.
You need to make it a challenge.
In water?
You have to get out. Yeah, that's in case. Just I'm with him, and we drive off the dock.
We drive off.
Also,
in the car with you.
Also,
I
I just remember another one. Fire a gun from the back of a motorcycle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
from the back of one?
Yeah, because that's the straightest
These
thing
all
you can
sound
do
like a Brad
while on the
Pitt
back of a
movie,
motorcycle.
like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's true.
Yeah.
All these things on your list sound like that.
Anything else you do from the back of a motorcycle?
Would you cross it off if you were in the sidecar?
Oh, that might be my new list, dude. That's crazy.
Okay, wait.
Get the fuck out of here.
Put it all together, though. Drive the motorcycle off the dock while shooting the lion and catch the meat in your mouth.
And then, oh no, you've
like
put a
that.
new goal into my mind for my life.
You're gonna need a bucket notebook.
My life has hit a new plateau with this.
I like it. I like where things are going for you.
These are good ideas. My life is going to be an action movie that ends in triumph.
Did you see Hot Fuzz?
Yes.
Remember he's on the ground shooting in the air? That's the best. Did you see Hot Fuzz?
Nah, I don't. Actually, I
He's
might
like
have, but I don't remember.
He's a cop, and his goal is he used to watch what was
all action movies,
Die Hard movies.
and did he watch Point Break at some point?
Something, and his goal was to shoot guns in the air from a laying down position, just yelling something from Die Hard, and he does at the end of the movie. It's great. It's a good one.
I love the Simon Pegg trilogy of movies.
I do too.
The brilliance of those movies are that they're exactly the same.
Shaun of the Dead is probably my favorite movie ever.
That's like top 5 zombie movies in my book. Might be top 3. But the brilliance of the Simon Pegg trilogy of movies, they're the exact same film. The first one is Simon and Nick Frost get surrounded by zombies, try to escape. Second one, Simon and Nick Frost get surrounded by a cult, attack and try to escape. The third one, Simon and Nick Frost get attacked by robots and try to escape. It's the exact same movie. Yeah.
That was good
it's
too.
just you take the antagonistic sort of mob out and you replace it with different ones. Zombies, cult, robots. Same movie.
But it's so funny because they all move so slow, so you can get away no matter what. It's great.
I love those movies. I might have to go watch them again.
Dude, that is true. Zombies are.
Super slow.
I don't believe in that shit to begin with. All right, so I don't like the zombie thing. Walking Dead, none of that. I don't get excited about it.
Nah.
Just because people are like, oh, the zombie apocalypse. I mean, there's never even been one zombie. How are there going to be a ton of them ever?
That's true.
So yeah, I've never bought into it completely. But if they're like TV and movies make them, they're very slow.
It's so
So
interesting.
you can get away just by walking away.
Yeah.
Walking Dead, but there's such a weird group of people that would love a zombie apocalypse. They're like, get ready for it.
Which would probably be the worst one of all the apocalypse. They just eat you slowly.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird because, well, then they had the Dawn of the Dead movie where they made the zombies fast, and that changed the fucking game.
The Will Smith movie, I Am Legend.
Yeah, that one
was
too.
So
Oh,
scary.
that's right.
But Dawn of the Dead was the first one. Like back in 2003 or 2 or 3 when that movie came out, and they decided that zombies can move fast.
Yeah.
Dude, people lost their shit. They're
Game
like,
changer.
whoa, this is like a thing that can happen? In this imaginary thing that you created, you can make more imaginary parts of it. Like, you fucked my mind up on this one.
Episode of Preppers.
I feel like the realest situation that will happen, there's a I can't remember his fucking name, but this dude who kind of sort of predicts a lot of the
Nostradamus.
That's it. No, I can't remember his name, but he has
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo is she's a man too, so that definitely works.
Yeah.
But he has like this. He kind of predicts sort of the changing, trending ways that society sort of goes towards.
Al Gore.
Al Gore is all these three people combined. If you can,
predicts the dates. He's like the number guy. He's on this date. This.
He might be. I don't know if he does that. I think he has like a
State will be
documentary
insane.
called like The Radiant Man or The Transcendent Man or some shit.
Michael Moore.
Supersize me.
But he said that he's predicting that the trending direction that humanity and society is going is nanotechnology. Like that's going to be a huge thing. And he's saying that at some point we may reach a point where we kind of incorporate our own physiology with nanotechnology, so like to help us be more healthy. Because we kind of extended our life expectancy to like years. Like what used to be like 30, 40 back in like the medieval days.
Yeah.
Now we can at least expect 80. Like most people are like, at least I'll make it to 80. That was like crazy talk back in the day. So now he's like, we're probably going to go even further because we incorporate nanotechnology in our body. And that's when you're getting fucked up on the zombie scape. Because you got fucking robots in your body doing shit. What if they like turn you into like some sort of weird cyborg
Like
husk?
a weapon, like Bourne.
Duh.
Yeah.
You could be like the robots in I Am Legend.
Yeah.
The robots.
iRobot.
iRobot
Right?
and Legend.
Wasn't Will Smith a robot?
It's iRobot and
Spoiler
Legend.
alert.
I Am Robot Legend.
Oh, shit. Well, this was fun, dude. What else
Do
do
you
you
have a
got?
bucket list, Kevin?
Oh yeah, we haven't
I
even
don't-
bucket list.
Yeah. I know you have one.
Nah.
He's got a list of buckets he wants to buy on
He has a
eBay.
list of other things.
Like this one with
Well,
the
just
spout.
what list do you have? Do you have any list at all?
No. I have a set list.
It's set in stone. I'm not changing it.
No, I don't think so. A bucket list? I don't. No, and if it was, it would be corny. Like, I'm not...
Like mine?
No, like, to me,
Dumbest.
yours is like, I want to watch you do stuff like that.
Mine's the dumbest, and I finally did something on it, and it was just so dumb.
What
is it?
Okay, well, I've never been in a fight with a girl, right?
Oh, that's
been
right.
too
You want to
many
be in a
fights.
girl fight.
I've been in a fight with a
'Cause
girl,
I don't know
too.
how I do.
A fifth one?
Like, I feel like I have skills, but I don't know if I really do. That's terrible. I hope she was bigger than
I
you.
was 5th grade, and she was a fucking asshole. She was a fucking asshole. I gave her one to the mouth.
Shit.
It was bad. Her mom was like a cop, and she came in and scolded me.
She hit you with the nightstick.
Like, oh. But everybody in class was like, yeah! Punch you again!
That's funny. She must have been terrible.
She was a fucking asshole, dude.
Was she big? Like, did you feel bad about it?
I felt bad about it because I knew it was wrong. It's like one of those ugly human reflex things, like, this girl's got to get punched, or we can't even proceed as a species. She's got to get punched.
I like it.
But yeah, that was like, that was 3rd grade, actually. That was like super
Oh, yeah, it's
young.
okay then.
Yeah, I
just
feel like
everyone's kind of the same.
felt in that gray area where you kind of were on the same level, like strength-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still
I-
run the same speed.
I
I want to hear this bucket list item.
All right.
Okay, so then it was steal something. I've never stolen anything. But then I finally stole something just because I was talking to my friend about the bucket list.
How old were you when you stole something?
Like 27.
Oh, was like something good?
Yeah, it was like a 6th
salt
grader's
from
virginity.
Red Robin.
Oh,
did it,
no, that's too easy.
No, I did it all smooth too. Like I just had my big
All
purse, and
smooth.
I
As
just
they
swiped it,
watch her and they're like, what a
Yeah.
weirdo.
That's one of those stealing situations where they're like, just let her fucking do it.
No, you know what? They
Just let her
they
do
probably
it.
added it to her bill.
Like,
Extra salt.
Yeah, we put
It's
so
like-
much salt in the food already. What's a little extra
And then
container
I've
going to
never, like,
do?
dined and dashed, not because I'm into stealing.
Oh, that's a
obviously,
good one.
But I've always thought it'd be like such an adrenaline rush.
That'd be a good one.
I know. We should all do it together.
Yes. And you can like blame me and I'll go a different direction because
I've
of the
done
race
it
thing.
without knowing.
That doesn't count.
Twice. I think I've said that
And bars
before.
don't count when
No.
you don't pay your tab.
No. Twice I've done it without knowing. One time we got up and left, and outside we're like, "Did you pay?" Like, no, I thought you did.
you guys
No.
just all
And then we're
ran.
like, well, fuck it. We made it this far. Let's just keep walking.
And I stole this salt, so we're in good shape.
And then the
night
second
of
time,
excellent thievery.
everyone paid in cash and put the bill on the table or whatever. And then we all go outside with a bunch of people. And then we get in the car, and my friend gets in the car with me. He's like, here, dude. He starts divvying up the cash. He took it all out and gave it back to everybody.
Why?
I don't know.
What kind of lunatic does that?
I have some really shitty friends.
It's like, here, dude, we made it.
That was a long time. I think that was in high school.
Let's go buy some weed, dudes.
Yeah, that guy was...
Wellness center.
did that a lot. I almost got in a fist fight in a restaurant with a friend in high school
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
when I was a little kid. But yeah, he was... They wouldn't split bills back then, so
Oh, yeah,
you just
yeah.
kind of had to figure out what you owed.
That's how you know you're Jewish. The only fist fight I've ever been in was about a tab. And I stole salt, so I'm not
We were
sure
at, well, we were at a Chili's, and
Who had more baby back ribs?
no, I said I owe this amount. I was like, no, dude, you owe like $5 more. I said, no, I don't. I didn't get like a soda or whatever. I just got the food. Don't laugh. So then we started going back and forth, and he was frustrating me. Like, he kept saying I owe this money, and I got up and I'm like, fuck you, and I started yelling in the restaurant, and then he started yelling back, and all the people around us, like, it's a family restaurant, there's kids and stuff. I felt pretty bad.
It felt
as
more
I
like
calmed
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were just like, man, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. It wasn't about the bill anymore. It was like, fucking hate
The
you, and then they
principle
were
of
like,
it.
dude, neither of you are paying. Get out. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess we're friends now. We won.
You guys should try that again just to see if it works.
Wouldn't that be like a great like thing if like family restaurants were just filled with people who really love each other but just fight or dysfunctional? Like, this is a
That's
family
like an
restaurant.
Olive Garden.
Fuck you.
That's like a Goodfellas Olive Garden scene. Fighting over breadsticks, hitting each other.
And everybody, all the onlookers, are like, that's a real family. They're gonna be together forever.
It's all about
A
communication.
couple years ago, and I was invited to a friend's birthday party at the freaking Melting Pot. And
Oh, I
didn't
hate that
eat
place.
on
Dude.
purpose. I didn't even want to go. I was just like, I was like tight on cash. I'm like, I'm just gonna go have a drink and say hi. So we get the bill. It's $800.
Of course it is.
Yes.
And I'm like, everyone's
For
like,
melted goo.
Well, it's so and so's birthday, so she shouldn't pay, and we'll all just split it. I'm like, well, I had an iced tea. And I don't want to pay $120.
And you're an asshole if you're going to want somebody to pay for if they only had an iced tea.
If it's my birthday and I want to go out to a restaurant, I expect to pay for myself. I don't
I
even
don't.
go to.
Hold on,
birthday
this
dinner.
was your birthday at the
No. It was a friend's birthday. I just showed up and said hi and had a tea and left because I didn't want to. I don't eat meat. And
I don't have that
shit
expectation
is.
either. The first time that ever happened to me, I was just like, "Oh, you guys are paying for
Our
me?"
bill was $800 plus tip. They're like, oh, should we all just
that.
split it evenly? Like,
I hate
no.
that. I hate when people do that.
I
That.
hate that
Let's just
too.
split it evenly.
Let's
dude.
It's always the guy who had an
I'm not
appetizer,
even at
a
your
dessert,
table.
8
Yeah.
drinks, and I'm like, I had a taco.
Anybody-
I don't wanna split it evenly.
If you have a friend that decides that their birthday dinner needs to be a melting pot, that is, you don't need to be friends
I
with them
don't go to
anymore.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you need to
go.
stop.
I go, where are you going afterwards? And I meet you after drinks.
The melting
I'll
pot
buy you a
gets
drink.
awkward. If you want to take someone out for a date, dudes especially, listen. You want to take a girl out for a date and you want to pick a nice restaurant. Pick a nice restaurant if that's fine, but don't pick the melting pot.
And
It's so cliche.
But you're there for 3
you have
hours.
to cook your own food.
Dude, somebody who has a birthday and wants to go to a melting pot is like somebody who, when asked what they want for Christmas, they say, "I want to fuck your mom."
Bucket list.
It's like, whoa, fuck you, buddy.
I want to take a girl to a restaurant that's not too loud, not too quiet. Things move fast. It's a good, fun environment.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
waiter's like cool, so if it gets awkward,
There's
it's
so
talk
many
about
cheap
that.
options to have a good time. I don't know why people go to like these structured, constructed,
I don't.
fun areas like the melting pot. Melting pot is like, oh, let's make this fun place for stupid people who can't discover it on their own. And like, even in this city, downtown Phoenix, there's so many little cool spots. You take a girl, and they'll be like, "What the fuck is this? This is so cool! I'm gonna blow you whenever you feel like it. Once this is over." And like, I don't know why anybody goes that. I have a coworker, and he's always asking me like, "Where should I go? I don't want to go to these. I don't know any like good areas." He's a good dude, but he's like, "I don't know any fucking interesting areas." You always go. So I'm like, "Oh, go here. Go to Welcome Diner. That's a great place for a date. It's weird and retro, and it's good food too. Or go here, go there, and you'll end up paying like $20 for the evening, and you've had the best food and you've had the best time."
That's perfect.
Yeah, I had it. My now husband took me to Pizza Bianco, that restaurant.
Yeah.
That was so fun because we just drank wine. Got
still
smashed
haven't
while we
eaten
waited
there.
2
Me
hours
either.
for our table.
I've been to
'Cause the
Pane
line is, like,
Bianco.
3 hours.
Yeah, because it's
Oh.
like the best fucking pizza place
Yeah,
in the
but we just
country.
got drunk, like waiting for our table. So by that time, we were already like, cool, let's
Yeah, yeah.
let's eat pizza. Then we went to a haunted house, and I was so scared. I'll never do it again. I was like almost crying, and I couldn't. I was like holding him so tight.
Dude,
So
have
he
you
was like,
guys seen
yeah,
the
this
haunted
is
house
cool.
in San Diego?
Have you heard about that one?
No,
McCackey
shit.
Manor,
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck it's
something.
called.
talk about him. I'm
Oh,
so
it's
scared of
awful.
him.
They
Dude,
said
you have to see the
spend.
video. It's
Oh, I saw the video. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't fuck with me, but I can
No, me
understand people who like would freak the fuck out because first of all, it's so extreme. They get to touch you and do weird shit.
Oh,
I hear you can almost get. I heard you like get waterboarded at one point.
Yeah.
I got squirted with water at the.
They put
No,
your head in that.
waterboarded.
They put your head in the cage.
They do, and they fucking put water on you in the cloth and everything.
What?
Like it's borderline torture. It's like borderline illegal
Who
shit they
paid
do to
money
you.
to do
Dude,
that?
watch the video.
What's it called?
Did you
Is
hear
it
how
San
long
Diego?
it takes to
No.
get through the fucking
4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours
To
in
get
this
through
place?
this?
Through
Yeah,
one trip.
and you go 2 at a time.
And it's only like 6 people per weekend because it's
It's like an
so
experience,
crazy.
Like you would pay for like a movie. What's
Dude,
that, like,
it
the
is
game?
scary. They blood on you, like
People,
you're
they
screaming.
put you in a grave
Yeah.
What the hell?
and bury you with like a crazy person in a coffin.
Yep.
No way.
Dude, I'm telling you, everybody watch the
I
video.
would never,
We'll try and
ever,
find it. We'll
ever
post it to the Facebook page.
It's nuts.
It doesn't scare me
Yeah, Adam, not
because
really.
there's still also that lining where I know it's fake.
Yeah, I can never get over that for
couldn't
myself.
Have anyone
Yeah.
touching you.
But
Yeah.
it is extreme to the point where I couldn't do it because I'm claustrophobic.
I don't like
so
being touched.
just that fact and putting my head in that cage, I'd freak out.
Ah.
But I know also that those people are working there, and when they're done for the night, they're laughing and going
They're
out
like,
a
oh,
drink.
it was a good
It's like-
show.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how I am with horror movies. I'm not afraid of horror movies because I used to work on film, and I only see it from the perspective of people working on a movie set. Like, oh, we're gonna film it like this. We're gonna cut it like this. It's gonna look really scary.
Hostel. I saw that.
I-
That was scary.
You see that like torture porn like that?
Yeah.
That
Torture
sort of that I sort of get queasy. Like, whoa, that's like I imagine that really happening. Then I
Yes.
get inside my own head.
Yes, that's what I do. The movie itself doesn't bother me
Yeah.
at all. But it's the thought that one, somebody wrote this so they
Yeah.
think that way, and then there's somebody way crazier that's watching this taking notes on how to perform it in real life. That bothers me. So I'd rather just not watch it to think. But the movie, if that wasn't the
roll
case,
out of
the
this
movie, I'd just be like, dude, it's a movie. It's whatever, you know? I don't give a shit.
No, I'm scared.
All right, whatever. Well, we got to get out of here. We got a show to get to. With that said, this episode's been brought to you by The Melting Pot.
Support your melted goo on your expensive fucking dates.
$800 a pop. That place, I will dine and dash.
Hope your divorce was worth it.
Out. Steal everything.
Oh, that's funny, dude, because I took my wife there when I were divorced.
You got it in the episode now. That's it.
All right, guys, until next week. Anwar, thanks for coming, man.
No problem.